Hey guys, how are you doing? It has been a little bit and I'm here. So I wanted to hop on. I'm doing the whole screen share thing. So if I'm not looking at you, this is the reason why. I wanted to hop on and I haven't been here a bit. So I've been kind of missing and I wanted to, of course, report back. Hold on. My phone's doing things. I was listening to some guy's video rant and so it's stuck there. Um, and I wanted to talk about something that came up. Well, not came up, but I asked the question in my group this week or last week, in the last week. And I wanted to talk about some of the answers. So let me just share it with them so that they can see this. I told them I was going to get on and talk about this. I'm going to share it to the vault, share it to the work club, retailpreneurs, SEO Goody Mob. That's where I asked the question at. And I'm going to share it to my page. Other page, there you go. Get the share on. Oh, it's not letting me share. Not easily, at least. All right, and then let me share to my page, my personal page. And all right, I think I shared to everyone now. Share to a page, post. Okay, cool. All right, now I know I've shared to everyone. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. And actually, I need to go into the group because I'm going to need to look at their results. I'm not going to pull up names, but you'll know who you are if you're in the group, right? So for those who don't know who I am, who are new here, who have not seen all my other videos, my name is Akil Tompkins Robinson. I am the founder here at Girl Get Visible, also the founder of Online Boutique Source, if you came over from there, and the author of my SEO workbook. My whole goal in life right now is to help you to grow your online presence, grow your online visibility, and pretty much grow your business to something that people are going to want to find, come, shop, work with you, all the other good things. Okay, can you stay in there? Do another one. All right, we already got Tyler time coming up. So go do one more sheet. All right, so I want to talk about the question I asked in the group. So I asked in the group this week, and like I said, let me go to the group and look for the question. I asked in the group for people just to tell me what comes up. What are the first 4 pages when you Google yourself? And it's funny, I had on my Google Me shirt yesterday. I should have had it on today for this, because that's what we're going to talk about. So I asked, what is the first couple of things that come up? I said first 4 pages that come up when someone Googles you. So if they put your name or your business name in the search, what comes up? Let me tell you guys some of the answers that I got. I'm just giving my own answer. I got LinkedIn web pages on a site that doesn't open, which is kind of scary. I added in the kind of scary part. That person didn't say that. And I want you guys to play along too. Go Google yourself while you're watching me. Go Google yourself and tell me what comes up when you Google yourself. Someone else said Facebook, their website, their Thinkific, which is pretty cool if they got like a Thinkific course. Another person said Facebook, Instagram, their website, Twitter, and Twitters that aren't there, so that's not too cool. Twitters that aren't theirs. Another person said website, Twitter, LinkedIn, IMDb. Now that's hot. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Another one says website, featured on a podcast, LinkedIn, Medium, and Pinterest. And then the last one I got on here says author page, Amazon, Facebook page, and YouTube. So those are some of the things that are coming up for people. And I'll give you guys mine because we're talking, right? My site, a glitch or something called Glitch for a podcast interview, Amazon, and the Black News with the press release for my book. And right underneath that, it was 2 other podcast episodes I did. I did a little bit of extra credit. So I want to talk about this because what I realized when I asked this question, and then what I see all the time, even when people come to me and they're like, oh, I show up first when I Google, for my name, I show up for this, I show up for that, that people, when you are setting yourself up for your online presence, you are setting up what comes up for you all wrong. All wrong. Most people don't even think about it. Let's start there. Most people aren't even. Okay, can you stay in there and do another one? Because I asked you to? All right, sorry guys, not doing word pages today. So most people will come up for something. Most people will say they come up for their name. Most people won't even try to come up for anything. They're just kind of letting Google do whatever Google wants to do. But most people essentially are just coming up for the wrong things. They're not coming up for things that are going to make people want to work with you. You're not coming up for things that are making people want to buy from you. You're not even coming up with for things that people want to like search for you again. So I'm just going to lump these all together. The first thing that people are coming up for wrong is social media. You do not, contrary to popular belief, which really should be unpopular belief, you do not want your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, you don't want those things being on the first page when someone's looking for you. And here's the reason why. Because your goal is to attract people back to your business, back to your site, back to working with you. And when you got things like social media popping up, all you're leading them is back to the distractions. That's like taking someone to the front door of a mall and telling them to meet you in the food court in the middle. You know why food courts are in the middle. You guys heard me talk about this? I know a lot about malls. I'm from Jersey. In North Jersey, all we have are malls. One of the reasons why food courts are generally located in the mall or in this middle or in the third floor or the basement, the reason why they are so centrally located is because the way retailers want you to shop is they want you to pass through all their stores and get distracted on the way. So they want you to get to the front door. They want you to, either be hungry and want to eat yourself or meet them in the food court. They want all the socializing to happen in the food court because that means you have to at least pass stores 2 times, one on the way in and one on the way out. You can't just get in and out. Most malls do not just have, I know like 1 or 2 malls that just have parking by their food court. Most of them, it's somewhere buried into the building. So think about that now in terms of social media, or in terms of just being your online presence. People are searching for you. So if they're searching for you, they already know who you are. So you've already got some of the battle. Like some of the battle is won because they got your name, they know your site, they know something that makes them interested in you a little bit more. So you already got that part. Now the person, because you're not going to let me finish. Hold on, guys. Let me give him something to do that's going to take a little bit longer. Do these two. Is that action too? Thank you. All right, we're doing homework time. So, like I was saying about the mall. So the same thing happens with when somebody's searching for you. So you got somebody searching for you when any of the social medias, like I'm not even discriminating. Pinterest comes up, Facebook comes up, Twitter comes up. If any of those come up, you are essentially sending the people back into the mall, back into distractions where they're easily going to forget about you because what's going to happen? Their friend's going to ping them. They're going to run into a video. Like I just ran into a video with this person. All of these things are going to happen. And when all of these things happen, those people are not going to be concerned about you anymore. So that's the first thing. You do not want social media showing up on your site, on your search results. Second thing, your own site. Now, most people are like, well, isn't that why I have a site so it comes up when people search for me? Not exactly. We have the site because we want to show up for things that we actually do. So like I want to show up for New Jersey's top SEO specialist. I want to show up for everyone's top SEO specialist, right? So I want to show up for that. So I'd help you get found online, I'd help you with traffic. That's what I want to show up for. When you put in Akilah Tompkins, remember I said before, you already know who I am. So I already got the half of the battle. But now I need to do the other half. I need to show you all the great things that I've done. All the reasons why you want to continue to get to know me more. So I don't want my site because everybody knows I put my own site up there. It's like a billboard. Like you make your own billboard, you put that up there. Everybody knows that. But when you see things like the IMDb one, that's hot because that means she's official. She's been, and you guys don't know what IMDb is. It's the listing for people. I think it's only movies and TV shows, maybe music too, but movies and TV shows definitely. And pretty much it means you're an official actress. Like that's what you are. You're official. You've got credits in some actual real production that made it there. So that's what I would want to see or want somebody to see if maybe they were looking for an acting coach who doesn't want an acting coach that's got acting experience. and not like small time, neighborhood play, but you're enough to be in IMDb. That's pretty hot. Other things like if you do education, if you are a like something like not even a physician, but a physician or a therapist or anything that's like somewhat medical, I want you on some medically type sites. I want you to have worked at a hospital or written about some cause, or I want you on some good sites like that. I don't care what's on your website. What I care about is everything else around you. If you have a business, like a couple of folks, including myself, we came up for being on podcasts. One of the number one reasons, or number two really, because SEO is always number one, number two reason for getting on podcasts or getting on other people's sites is so when somebody Googles you, those things come up. So now people don't even just see what you're putting out there. They see how official you are to everyone else. Like, that's pretty dope. You're official to everyone else. And then, so we talked about, and for those who just joined us, say, hey, I don't really see many comments. I hope my comments are working. So I don't see any comments, but hey, guys. Hey, guys, if you're here. So we talked about that you don't want to show up. So we don't want social media to show up. We don't want our websites to show up. Another thing we don't want to do, we don't want to happen, is other people's stuff to show up. Who has ever, I know I did, one of the reasons why I learned SEO, another reason why I learned SEO, who has ever had to like really SEO themselves? Like SEO your own name to make sure that when someone put in your name, good stuff shows up. And not stuff, not just about you, but you got to even push out other people's stuff. And I'll tell you, and I hate to tell you guys who have a very common name or if you have a very common business name, you guys are the ones who need the SEO the most. Because what's going to happen? If there's somebody else out there named Akilah Tompkins Robinson, I get for all their Akilahs. If there's somebody out there with your name or close to your name, now you've got to fight the muck of when somebody Googles you, now they're also getting that other person too. I have another member in the club who has a whole unique situation with her name being the name of a couple of other people. And I'm not going to call her out, like I said, but she knows who she is. But like I'm saying, like you want to make sure, like somebody said on here, 2 Twitter accounts that's not yours. That's a lot, y'all. 2 Twitter accounts. When I see somebody, like so when somebody comes to me and says, Killer, I need to get my SEO up. I need to get out there. I need for more people to find me online. And when I see that you have not 1, but 2 accounts that aren't you, that tells me that you aren't doing enough. And that's why I started with this, when people are coming up in their Google all wrong, that you aren't doing something. You aren't doing enough to outrank the 2 Twitter accounts, which is bad. So that's another thing. You want to make sure that at the least of what you're doing is stuff that's going to get up to bringing you up top. For that, you can have your website. You can have your website outranking the people. Here. Please finish your homework, please. It's okay. I'm almost done. I'll help you. All right. Sorry, guys. We're getting all the homework done today. So like I said, you want to make sure that even with other people, and the same thing with other people's Facebook, other people's Twitters, other people's anything, you don't want anything for other people to come up, because that means you don't even have enough stuff on your website in order for you to outrank other people. I would rather your website come up than for somebody else to come up. Like, that's just kind of ridiculous. And then looking at the results, and let me know what you guys would come up with, those who are Googling themselves as we're talking about this. Oh, 1 person or 2 people talk about their book. Now, this is good. So like when you Google me, if you listen to mine was Amazon. Someone else on here said her author's page and her Amazon come up. That's another really good one. You want, so if you're going to be outranked by somebody, you want to be outranked by somebody with your stuff. So Amazon is prime, because people, again, if I'm looking for somebody for a knowledge or, a coach or whatever, they've written books. Books automatically let people know that you've got the expertise and you've got enough for people to really care about it, to really be buying it, really be putting it out there. So people love when you have a book or something like that. So if you do have a book, and if it's not on Amazon, because Amazon ranks easy because, it's Amazon. But if you do have a book, or if you have something, even if you sell like journals or something like that, you can put those on Amazon and put yourself as the author. And guess what? Now you come up in Amazon, and that's what comes up when people are looking for you. That's another really good one. Someone else in here said Medium. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I am not a big fan of Medium. And I will tell you exactly why I'm not a big fan of Medium, which I think now it went away. I thought Medium went away. Let me know if Medium went away. But just in case it did not go away, just in case I missed that whole memo, Medium is just about another social site. And even worse, it's another social site that is stealing all of your content. Not say stealing because you're giving it to them, but it is convincing you that it's better to get on their platform, feed them all your good stuff, and maybe you'll get some business from there. Doesn't that sound like the mall analogy I just told you guys? Maybe if somebody enters the mall, maybe they will stop at your shop. That is exactly what Medium is. Now, I know some people do like half their posts on Medium and the other half, on their site, blah, blah. But when you look at your results and they come up before you do, that's a problem. That's another problem. You want to make sure, and I'm going to say, if you got good stuff showing up on Medium, you need to be talking about the same thing on your site. Don't duplicate the content. Don't take just a copy and paste. Don't do that. But what you can do, if it's that popular on Medium, it's a good topic, and I want you to go deeper and write more for your own site. So you can start getting in the running for whatever Medium is getting in the running for, because apparently they're doing better than you, and that's never good, right? Never good. So, okay, business page on Facebook, IG come up first and second, Google your business page, whether you pointed to currently Facebook page. All right, so definitely, so all of that's social right now. So you're saying that you got your first and second is Google, is IG and Facebook. Well, so it sounds like if you don't have a website yet, I think I want you to get a website, just a little, even if it's a small one. So start there. You can't get the traffic if you don't have a home to put the traffic. So you definitely want your business page pointing to your name, because you don't want Google and all of them to only see your business page as being Facebook. You want it to start seeing as being your own place, your own space. Because then people, again, you're sending people right back into to Facebook, right back into the lion's den, and you don't want to do that. The other thing, same thing with Instagram. You're still coming up first for social. So, which makes sense. So I'm not saying it's super bad because you don't have a site yet. My first thing to do, I would do two things. First thing to do would be to get your site and make sure that you're pointing to your site and putting some content on your site. The second thing would to be get onto other sites. So this is where you want to start guest posting. This is where you want to start being on podcasts. If you guys have the book, all of chapter 8, this is where you want to start chapter 8 in your life away, like for real, because it talks all about getting links and getting backlinks. And backlinks are big for SEO, but they're also big for your online presence overall. And that's what a lot of people is that's what I'm saying. So your business web URL is pointed to your Facebook page. So what I'm saying is that I think you're going to need to get an actual website for your business and take your business web URL and point it to your actual website. Because right now, what Google's seeing, when it comes to your site, it is seeing Facebook. So it's not even indexing for your site, it's indexing for Facebook. So that's what's really important. That's one of the reasons why we don't like Wix and Webull, but that's a whole nother live, guys. Let me see some of the other ones. Anything else pop out at me? Oh, so this is a good one. One person said their Thinkific comes up. Another person said their Acuity comes up. And if you guys don't know Thinkific and Acuity, so Thinkific is a course platform. So you can put your courses on Thinkific and sell your courses from there, or you can sell them to your site, sell them from your site. And then Acuity is a scheduling platform. I actually use Acuity too. Same thing I'm going to say about social and the other things. You really want, although it's coming to your stuff, which is good, you really want it to come to your site. And for something like that, because I'm assuming for Thinkific and Acuity, both of them, you're trying to sell people into it before you're just sending them a link. So you most likely have a sales page, or should have a sales page, or some description of this is what you're getting, or any of that other type of stuff. And again, hold on. All right, you can watch TV or play your iPad. All right, we got through homework, guys. So in that case, what I was saying, so for Thinkific and Acuity, you've got sales pages for these things. So you want to beef up those sales pages and link them or embed them into your sales pages, so that way people are seeing the sales to them before they're just being hit with a link. some people I know, I just was in a conversation today in one of the groups, and they were talking about putting their pricing on their site. And some people don't want to put their pricing on their site. You want people to talk to you before you do a one-on-one, all that stuff. Well, that can't happen if they could just Google you and get to this link. And if all they're seeing is the link and maybe a little bit of a description, they're less likely to buy if they have no idea who you, but really what you are and what you're about. So I would say the good thing is that one person had it at number 4, the other person had it at number 6. Thank you. Okay, I'll put it right here. It's not ruined. I'll fix it. His weekly news. So what was I saying? So yeah, so it's number 5 and 6. So one is Thinkific is number 4 and Acuity is number 6. That's not bad because it's at the bottom, but overall you don't want them on your front page. You want everything in your front page to be like, think of it like your online resume. You don't want some of the lower jobs, like, I don't want when I worked at Kids R Us back in the day, on my resume right now, not at this age and stage. I need all the professional career work that I've done. Your Google is the same exact way. What's wrong? All right, guys, I might have to let you go. I think I got a crier. Come here, Akil. Akil. What's wrong? Oh, you okay? Okay, you want to come here and sit with me? All right, we'll see if this works. So Deborah, good point. So Deborah, I don't know if you were on when I just said, because you said you have an extremely common name. What you need to do, what you have to do, like not even need to, what you have to do because you have an extremely common name is you have to really do a lot more to get yourself out there. That's going to take, when you have, you can't change your name, guys. Like, not much you can do about that aside from picking a stage name. But if you've already got your name, you're already using your name for the business, people already know your name, you're just going to have to do that much more work to make sure that you are outranking everything else. So it's going to be super important to first know if you guys have taken the quiz yet. I didn't even share the link. If you have not taken the quiz, make sure you take the quiz. This is going to help you find a strategy just for you that you need. And if you have taken the quiz, share the quiz with other people. Tell them how much you love the quiz. All right. So if you take the quiz, one of the phases in there is the peaker, just getting started. So the first thing to do with this, if you are extremely, like your name is, like I said, something that's extremely common, is that first you want to look at what is there for me. Is it other people? Is it other like sites? Is it Google? Like, is it Facebook? Like, you want to know first what's there. Then you can start devising your strategy for how you're going to outrank it. Yes. Okay. Here, take this iPad. Because I'm on live and you told me you were going to sit and be good while I was on live. So you get an iPad. All right. That's a good way to get an iPad, right? Emery said, I do have a website. I just need to update it. So yeah, I went up to, is there a reason why you're not using it? Or is it just because you haven't updated yet? Let me know if there's a reason why you aren't using it. So I don't see any other questions. And since I do have a Tyler who apparently does not want me to do this, I am going to jump off. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If you're in the group, feel free. If you're not in the group, go to SEO Goody Mob. Get in the group because I ask these type of questions and then I can give you some help and feedback on some of your answers. So go to SEO Goody Mob for that. Like I said, take the quiz. So go to onlineboutiquestores.com/quiz. And if you're not in either, take some of these tips, Google yourself, understand what's there so you can start working on outranking it. All right. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.